All right. Hey, do we have a time stop, by the way, Casey?
I think we said 10 minutes and I'm not
Okay.
super, it's not, I don't have a hard stop, but I don't have like a ton longer either. My daughter's
Yeah,
hungry.
yeah, I understand. Time's a constraint.
Yep.
All right, so tell me what's going on. How may I help you?
So I actually don't know. So we connected on Facebook, and I think we have a lot of mutual contact contacts. And then you had, I know, some sort of offer, and I opted in, and then I just never had time to get to it or review it. And you kept following up, which I super appreciate because I know, and forgive me because I don't remember what the offer was right now, but I knew as soon as I read it that it was something that I needed. Like, oh my gosh, this sounds like you were talking to me. But I'm a single mom trying to run two businesses and work part-time, and I just have not also I yeah had the chance to get to it yet. So I'm like, maybe if we just get on a Zoom, then I will remember why I thought I needed it.
God, okay, but why are you doing two businesses plus part-time? Why not just one?
Well, one of my like baby business, like my so my mission is to like help healers help more people, and I do that through like high-end operational support and online marketing support. And I've been doing it for 6 years this month actually, but the last year business got really slow, so I had to go back to work part-time, and I also got introduced to a financial planning business. And what I love about them is like it's about helping people. Like I'm not being salesy. I'm like literally getting on the phone with people trying to, or like on Zoom, I should say, with people trying to understand where they're at financially. And like while I'm learning to get my own finances in order and balanced after I had to adjust to a big lifestyle change, I'm also able to like help other families and teach families going through the same thing. So it's like a whole separate way for me to serve. So I'm doing both and then just seeing which one I don't know. I don't see myself ever giving up on transcendent business solutions. Like I love it. I know I'm good at it. And so I don't see that ever like going away. But it's just not bringing in enough to survive right now. So I've had to find other things. So,
Got it. So that's where you're at and
yep,
how you
that's it.
got there. What
Yep.
what are some of the things that you're experiencing that are some of the biggest challenges you're going through and how you're persevering through them?
So part of the reason why I started my business is I took like my experience and then my passions, plus also really was thinking like I'm not going to have a lot of free time to dive it more into healing. Like I came from like a really dysfunctional, toxic upbringing. I'm a single mom trying to, break generational curses. Sorry, I talk really fast, so you could tell me to slow down.
Good.
So I'm still trying to, while I'm doing all these things, I'm trying to still, I know like healing is a journey, not a destination. And I'm still trying to do all of that. I don't know who that is. Anyways, so I don't know if that answered your question. So I'm still working on like healing and just becoming a better person and a better mom. I'm really I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm really struggling. I was really struggling with my business totally. Just like literally going from supporting us to like almost nothing within a year. So that was really hard. I know a
Is
lot of it
is
has
it
to do with
marketing? Like,
yeah, online marketing, but it's like specifically for soul-led businesses and like spiritual
yeah, okay, got it.
entrepreneurs. Yeah.
People who have a message to share need to reach more qualified clients online, right?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. And so help me understand what is this trauma or healing that you need to recover from? Is it relational trauma, mental, emotional,
So
stability?
I went through like a lot of like physical, mental, emotional, but also like physical abuse growing up. And then that repeated with like multiple multiple abusive relationships. The last one I've been out of for 2 years now, so that's amazing. But it's like um I
Good
still
deal.
have a lot of healing to do. I don't I'm what's it called? Like I don't talk to my family of origin at all. I've kind of like built my own support system that have become my family. And not that I ever need to because it's not safe for me to, but it's just like, there's still lots of healing. Every time you think I've been working on this and like I've done also like traditional therapy, but also worked with multiple coaches and like energy healers and all of that. It's like every time you think you like have healed it finally, then like I just had the craziest, most violent dream the other day where I was like beating my mom, like literally, and I was not sad
Yeah,
about it. And I woke up
got
and
it.
I was like, oh my gosh, like you think you do all this work and then it just keeps popping back up. So, just because she lies and like I can't, and she wouldn't.
So if you were to go home, would it be unsafe?
What?
If you were to go home, would it be unsafe?
Yeah, well, I mean, I couldn't. That's not even an option. We don't have a relationship like that at all. My mom would never allow me. I've been on my own since I was 15. She would not say you could come home,
Got it.
even if I was on the streets. She would be like, nope. Uh,
All right. So what I'm curious is how is it showing up in your daily life?
it has to be, right? I know that it is. I'm kind of like in I don't want to say survival, but like yeah, like go like do mode because I gotta be a mom and I gotta, you know what I mean? But I know that it has to be playing out in my daily life. Has to.
But you're not aware of it?
Maybe I avoid making any decisions where it could play out, like with regard to like I don't even have any interest in dating or like anything like that because like I don't I know it's not healed and and so it's like I just focus on the work, focus on being a mom, and stay away from those situations where like it could really play out because I'm so sick of repeating the same patterns.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Well, you're playing out some karmic patterns with your children right now, so
Yeah. I really know I'm doing a good job as a mom. I am, definitely. I made a mistake. She was around for like an abuse. He was not around a lot, but she saw one pretty a bad situation. But we've done play therapy and like that was 2 years ago and we've worked through it. But I'm a total different mom with regards to just like the connection I have with my daughter. And I'm not a yeller and I've never spanked her. You know what I mean? And like I don't think children need to suffer to learn and just like totally opposite of the way I was raised.
yeah, it sounds
Um,
like you're aware. It's good.
Yes, but I'm sure there's always room for improvement and I know there is. So I'm not perfect,
Cool.
but probably being a mom is like the one thing I am doing right, I feel like.
Good. Right on. Okay.
Yes,
So let me make a suggestion here.
sure.
Okay. Like you're doing your financial planning,
Yes.
you're learning something that's helping you grow, and you're also acting in service of other people as you basically remember what it's like to be a beginner at something again. Since your progress helps you in your process, or your process helps others in their progress, flip it around. You can start fresh again at whatever it is that you're approaching in your life and use that as a resource to slingshot you forward. If you can look at it as if it's okay to not know everything.
That's really hard for me. I really like because I've been on my own and because I feel like I have a little one that's just been ongoing work. I feel like I have a little one that like counts. I mean, I do. She has nobody else. Her dad's dead. She literally has no one else. It's like it's hard for me to like let go of control or to just trust or to I guess that's some ways that my childhood is playing out. Like it's very hard for me to just like even though I preach it and I work in it and I'm surrounded by it and I know it's the right thing to do, it's very hard for me to just like let go and have faith. And you know what I'm saying? And like,
Yeah. This is going to take longer than 10 minutes because I need
okay.
to properly explain things. Okay. Um, so letting go and having trust, this dialogue that you have, which obviously isn't going well with your inner dialogue, if I just frame it, 80% of all inner dialogue is negative. So you need to transmute that negative inner dialogue to positive self-talk that serves you and others. Real healing doesn't come as lasting change unless it includes the self and the tribe around you in lasting ways. So you need to reintegrate your self identity in connection to the other as something that you love yourself and the other at the same time.
Okay.
which has to start with the self identity. So what that means is you need to become comfortable with having your own point of view where it's okay to trust and look like a fool from time to time, for example. And if you approach it like you would your financial planning, I'm in the process of, by doing this, it will benefit others. You're in service, and in the service based mentality, you really can do no wrong. But the key is you have to document it instead of creating what you're not. So, in the process of you being and following this path that is helping you fulfill a purpose in your life,
Hmm.
you fulfilling something that could potentially help others has to be a secondary concern. It's more about, let me document this so that I can take accountability, which in my view is responsibility, comma, with others,
Hmm.
self-responsibility, which is aware of and inclusive of others. By me doing the right thing for myself, by being an example, I can be an example that helps support other people. So think of it like this. In taking your daily practice of learning, you can transmute knowledge into wisdom. But the thing about knowledge is on its own relevant information. It doesn't work when it's just information. You can look up information, it's thrown at you everywhere,
Hmm.
but it has to be relevant to your experience. And knowledge plus experience plus self reflection equals wisdom. The thing that most people are missing is the self reflection practice. And oftentimes, we don't properly implement information that we feel is readily available and useful. So, what you need to do is you need to take the experiences in your life and look at it and be like, holy shit, I'm not being trustworthy. I'm not trusting. And it's hard for me to open myself up and have openness rather than constriction.
I'm very trustworthy. I have trouble trusting.
I use the wrong word and I try to
Okay,
catch
okay.
myself.
I'm like I really work hard on being that trustworthy, but yes.
And
Okay.
so, what you need to experience there sounds like giving and receiving at the same time, getting a little yin yang going. The way that you build momentum in that is through, in my view, what has really worked for me is shaping my life trajectory by building momentum. And the momentum is in both giving and receiving at the same time. And that's what the documenting is for, because it
Okay.
gets you in the energy of, I'm doing this thing for more than me,
Okay.
and I'm serving myself as the primary purpose and goal. So here's how that's pictured is that if you were to stop your day and take a daily meeting with yourself, because you're constantly giving your time away to everybody else as a mother, all that,
Mhm.
and do a little self-reflection. I sent a message to some people and let me try and figure out what I said. It was kind of like a riddle. Why don't no, not that. Not that. Where is it? Wherein is the solution to all solutions that the self can confess? Do you know the answer?
No. Say that
Say,
again.
wherein
Say
is the
it one more
solution to all solutions that the self can confess?
time. In like in your heart?
Pretty damn good of an answer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of answers, but the answer I came
Yes.
up with is self-reflection.
Okay.
I was trying to prompt people to
I like
have
it.
an interest
Yes.
in what I'm doing. Anyways,
Yes.
in self-reflection, you can't escape the reality of the situation. You can't lie to yourself.
Okay.
And only you know the answers. Nobody else has the answers better than you. You like your therapist, your mentor, you know the answers. And so the goal is to have a better relationship with yourself where you get in touch with those answers, with your inner dialogue, with questioning your own thought process and critically thinking. And the way that you do that is by taking a daily meeting with yourself, by speaking into a camera. And you don't speak this way.
Hmm.
Why? Because, when the screen is on, you see yourself.
Hmm.
Oh my God. All the things that have you
Yeah.
concerned
Yes, yes,
about
yes.
how other people perceive me, etc., how
Mhm.
I perceive myself. And so you use this.
Okay.
Everybody's got a cell phone.
Yeah. I like it.
and you speak directly into the camera lens.
Okay.
Now, so long as you have a voice, the internet, and a camera lens on your phone, this should work out very well for you because you can do
Okay.
it at any time. And imagine this. When you get distressed in your life, how long does it take you to go reset, get back to normal?
I don't know. Um, Either like a good night. It depends on what I'm getting stressed about. I um It depends. I'm pretty good at like distracting or like finding something else to focus on that I can control. But probably it's like a good night's sleep, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I guess I don't take, sometimes I don't. That's the one thing also too that I'm trying to work on. I don't like I used to be so big and good and consistent with my spiritual practices, but I'm just not anymore. Um, like I meditated one time last week in the morning and that was it. And then just sometimes like my daughter sleeps in bed with me. It's just we wake up at the same time and making excuses. It's just hard. So I don't know. I don't know. A little bit. It depends on if I'm breathing, just a few minutes. If I'm really intentional about what I'm trying to do, then I'm pretty quick about it. But sometimes I forget to like stop and be intentional about that. Um, I'll just like switch to the next thing because there's always so
Yeah,
many things.
that's crazy though. Because
Yeah, no, it
because
is.
if you do that, you're not in energetic alignment and you're just fucking everything up in your trail.
No, I hear you. I do. I get it. I get it. So it's like, and then I do have like, I don't know, I do have like ADHD too. So it's like another thing where I'm just like on to the next thing. But it also, I think it's like, it's hard to be like vulnerable with myself or like admit how stressed I really am or like admit, to myself. Do you know what I mean? Because then I might freak out, like for real. And I can't, I have my little one, my 6-year-old around all the time. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know if that even answers your question. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, it does. So,
Okay.
so, so let me just bring it back into alignment here.
Yeah.
So, what I'm essentially trying to get you to do is pay attention to what we'll call psychological stability, with being able to reset back to neutral, right?
Hmm.
So that you can conduct your life as is normal, as is in clarity and purity in your intention, in your situation, and what you create,
Okay.
right? So
Hmm.
anything that gets you to get into your creative energy, creative flow, helps you create more, is very valuable. And so
One second, Nick.
what I'm
Sorry.
getting you to basically view yourself through is a mirror.
Come here, baby. I can't help you with that right now. I'm almost done. It's a dead pencil box. Okay. Well, if it's dead, then I'll get it in a little bit. Okay. I'm in a meeting. Okay. Sorry.
I'm alive. It, when you look into a mirror and you talk to yourself, obviously it's the exact reflection of what's happening, right? And
Sure.
so when you capture it on video by you speaking into the camera, it is going to allow you to view yourself objectively because you can actually hit play and view the recording back. So I did this in a way that I was able to film myself and catch myself on camera every day until I learned exactly who I was. And I paid attention to the body language, the tonality of my voice, and the words I often spoke. And I often found I was lying to myself, right? So
Okay.
I had to learn to catch that, grasp it, and transform it into a new reality. So it's your goal to take the energy of whatever it is that you're going through when, especially when it's distressed and involves your relationships. And this will be super when it comes to transforming relational trauma, as well as when you learn something new, reflecting and turning knowledge into wisdom, right? So think of it like I film myself on camera, I play it back. There is no escape. I have to accept and be with the truth. And then I have to choose what progress means to me and what direction that would look and feel like. And as I paint that picture, I'm basically going to better understand the landscape of, in viewing myself objectively, I just express subjectively how I feel. And objectively, I can see, oh shit, that's real. And actually, this person, as if I've never met them before, they're going through this and that, and oh, I can hear their story. And you'll be able to see the story that you're telling yourself. You'll be able to feel the energetic state subjectively again. And as you're expressing toward the goal of feeling better on the camera, you'll be able to give yourself the validation of seeing, feeling, healing, hearing, deeply understanding yourself, that intimacy that nobody else can give you.
Got it.
Right. So that
Yeah.
in itself is healing.
Okay.
And when you transform that through both speaking, self-expression, self-observation, and then self-prioritization, you'll take the written form of it and you'll be able to write out a more clear version of what it is that you expressed and what your new goal is. So when you do that, you set yourself forth on the video in a new direction of generally where you should go. Written form, you create a tangible plan, a thing you can actually do. And as you approach that experience in your life and the creation of it, you now have a new opportunity to self reflect on this exciting new thing that you just created. Whether
I
that
like it.
be, oh my God, I just got slapped in the face and the universe hurt me, and I have to pay attention to how that serves me, which is having conversations with God, or in a positive way. Oh, this is joyful. Let's do more of that. You're building your preferences, your desires as you experience new things. So the rule is you have to have a new thing that you learn every day,
Okay.
a new experience and a new conversation every day. And generally
What
those things are intertwined. And you do
question?
that and you self-reflect on it and then you go after your goal and you have new opportunities to self-reflect, right?
Okay. Yeah. Question. What if like I don't so I do I mean there's people that I talk to regularly, but sometimes there's not anybody I talk to in a whole day besides my daughter. I mean, so with my business, I do talk to like a lot of people throughout the day, but it's just like I'm trying to think sometimes there's no relational. What if it's just like, is there any like rule of what you talk about? Like, what am I doing today? Or like what I did today? Like what worked, what didn't? Like what I got done, what I
Yeah.
didn't get done, what I wish I could have done better, that type of thing.
Yeah. I mean, it'll all
Okay.
be explained. There's a master
Okay.
class and stuff
Oh,
for it.
okay.
But
Okay.
generally speaking, it is one
Yes.
prompt
Okay.
and it is, I mean, just like I wish I would say the thing that I already know to say, but it started from what is progress to me, and it develops into what is my personal truth, and speaking that out to the world and allowing it to be and create the connections that you need, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And so, generally speaking, it is how do I love myself and how do I love others concerning the relationships, but ultimately it's progress. What is progress to me? How do I serve myself? How can I create the outcomes that are double positive? If it's double negative or if it's positive and somebody else doesn't get that positive and you have to take it away and engage in competitive selfish thinking, it's probably not in the right direction.
Got
So
it.
you really want to look for the double positives, which is more like collaboration.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cooperation is like a cop says, I got to put these handcuffs on. You're like, why, officer? Like, but you got to
Yeah.
cooperate. It may be
Yes.
negative, it may be positive. Maybe
Got
you
it.
have an
Okay.
interview and the person
Okay.
doesn't fuck you over in the interview, but they give an
Okay.
actual good interview, right?
Yes.
So collaboration is the direction you want to go for. And
Okay.
those are different stages in healing. Not
Okay.
everybody's ready for that.
Okay.
But you do this every day and
Okay.
5 minutes of self-reflection on video. And then the process of reviewing it could take a bit longer. So 5 minutes of playing it back, 5 minutes of writing the written form, and then 3 minutes of intention setting on the actual, whatever the visualization of the outcome is that you desire, and feeling that, and then being able to step into it as you reapproach it. Imagine you have an argument with your child and you need to take a moment. Maybe you don't have 18 minutes, right? Which is the total of that. But maybe you just have a minute. You need to clear out the cycle. You can stop, go to a separate place in your room or whatever, and pull out the phone, film for a minute, and go over it real quick, and just you'll be back in 5 minutes, right? That sort of deal. So, that's the general goal.
Okay.
Do something new and do cool shit and talk about it.
Yeah. I like it. I do like it a lot.
Super. It's called awareness documentation.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna have you do this for free. There's
Okay.
a 7 days trial, or I guess it's a 5 day trial, but there's 7 days in the course. Go ahead and jump in there. And in the community, there will be information for you. And after 7 days, we can relook at things and see how you
Okay.
want to proceed. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. Cool. Thank
Super.
you. Yep.
Do you have any questions for me?
I don't think so. Not right now.
Awesome.
Nope. Yep.
Thanks for the 25 minutes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, it was longer than expected, but
Yes.
I wanted to be thorough, so
Yes. I appreciate it.
of course. All right.
Okay.
Do you
All right.
want this recording or you're good?
Yes, please. And
All
then,
right.
and then you're gonna send me, or you already did send me in the Facebook group, or you're gonna send me again, like what I need to do, what the next steps, getting in the group and the masterclass and all that stuff.
I'll send it to you.
Okay. Thank you.
And I'll have all the instructions laid out, so even if you're a
Okay.
dumbass, you'll be able to figure it
Okay. Okay.
out.
All right. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
Yep.
Awesome.
Bye-bye. Yep.
Would it be okay if I share this recording?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Just want to get
Okay.
your advance permission.
Okay.
Thank you. All
Okay.
right.
Bye.
Continue being well, Casey. It's been a pleasure meeting you. I look forward to seeing what you create.
Thanks, you too. Bye-bye.
Of course. Ciao.